a business in the UAE, but you don't know how to get started? Well, you've come to the right place.
We've not only opened our own business in Dubai, but we've also helped dozens of other people do the same. So in this video, we're gonna break down everything you need to know to be able to start your business in the UAE.
We're going to share a step-by-step guide on how you can open your own business, and if you want to skip right into that section, go and check the timestamps. But before we go into the steps, we want to share with you the benefits of opening a business in the UAE, how much it's going to cost you, how long it takes, and a couple more other things that you definitely need to know.
Let's start with the benefits. Did you know that over 50,000 people incorporated a business in Dubai in the last year? Yeah, that's a lot. Why do people even consider doing it? Well, there's many benefits to it. The first one is that there is 0% income tax. So when you open a business, you are able to not only sponsor yourself, give yourself a visa, and then get all of your earnings with 0% income tax.
On top of that, corporate tax for your actual business is also a lot lower in the UAE than many other countries around the world. Up to a threshold, the business will pay also 0% tax, which is one of the main incentives for people to move.
Then, Dubai, or the UAE in general, has a very strategic position in the MENA market. It's right in the center of the three big continents, Europe, Africa, and Asia. And if you're doing business in these parts of the world, this is going to be highly advantageous.
But I think that the last benefit is also how easy it is to set up and maintain a good company with an easy enough structure that you can keep it running for the long term.
Okay, but how much does it actually cost to open a business in Dubai? There are 4 things that you need to look at. The first is to get your business license. It depends on the zone that you choose to operate in and the type of business license that you actually need, but it can be as little as 12,000 dirhams per year. Now, of course, you may need a more expensive license. For example, if you're operating within financial services, that can go up to 30k or more per year. But the lower end is roughly 12,000.
And don't worry, we're going to explain what are the zones and what are the business licenses later on, but this is obviously the biggest cost that you have to take into account. Secondly, you're gonna need an establishment card, which you're gonna get anytime that you set up your company, and that can set you back between 2,000 and 3,000 dirhams per year, right?
Well, it's actually per year or every 2 years. That depends on the free zone with which you incorporate. But the third cost is visa allocation. You will most likely want to sponsor yourself to be able to have a visa and live in the UAE, and others, employees, family members, who knows, that's up to you. So you'll have to account between 2,000 and 4,000 per person that you allocate a visa to.
And lastly, you're going to have to pay for the Emirates ID as well, which is your local ID in the UAE, and every person that has a resident visa will need this as well, and that can cost also between 1,000 and 3,000 dirhams per person. One additional cost that most businesses have is, depending on where you're incorporated, you might need to pay for health insurance for your employees and certain corporate services like an accountant every year to do your accounts, etc.
So these are yearly costs that you'll have to take into consideration, but there's a whole bunch of them. If you need help with either incorporating or maintaining your business in the UAE, reach out to us, matuto.com. We can help you like we have with many other people.
Overall, creating your company in the UAE might cost you between $3,500 US all the way to $15,000. And the reason for that is it totally depends on what kind of business you run, how big it is, how many visas you need to issue, and a couple other factors that obviously, if you work with us, will help you figure out.
Now let's jump into how long it actually takes for you to be able to start a business in the UAE. Well, once you've decided your free zone, you will then be able to apply for your business license. Providing you have all of your documents ready and are able to submit them and make the payment right away, it should not take you more than 2 to 4 weeks to have a business open. But there are many micro steps within the process.
Each step normally takes between 3 to 5 working days to sort them out. So if there is about 4 to 5, that's why we usually say it can take around 4 weeks. But most free zones have the option to pay for an expedition, which means they will prioritize your case and get your license even faster to you. Let's talk about what are those documents that you're gonna have to have prepared for opening your business. The first thing is gonna be having a passport and a copy of your passport, but you need to make sure to have at least 6 months validity in it.
The second thing is you need to be able to provide your contact details, email and phone number from your home country. As part of issuing the business license, there's going to be a verification step where they verify that you have access to both your email and your phone number.
You might also need to provide proof of address of where you currently live, even if that's outside of the UAE. And that's just to verify some of those identity details, but also for them to be able to know where to contact you.
Most of the free zones will ask you to provide passport-sized pictures. So these are like 2 pictures that you take fairly well dressed up as well, ideally. And these are going to be submitted to your Emirates ID, but also to your file, to your application file.
And some of the free zones might ask you for a business plan. So this is essentially a summary of what you're planning to do with the business in the UAE or in Dubai. What do you sell? What type of services are you providing? And so on. This is not compulsory in all the free zones and also depends on the type of license that you're requesting, but it's a good idea to have something ready.
And then there's 2 more things that are kind of something to be aware of. One is having ready 3 business names. So if your business name is Nalba Travels Limited, have Nalba Travels, have Nalba Global Travels, and Nalba something else. Because if the first one is already taken, they will default to the second one or the third one. And then the other thing is having a degree, so an attested educational degree. This is not compulsory normally for business owners. However, depending on the type of business and your job title, you may be requested to submit an attested degree.
And don't worry, if you don't know what an attested certificate is or you want to learn more about it, you can create a free account on matuto.com and learn a little bit more about the whole process of moving to Dubai, and we have some information about that on there. And lastly, before we go into the step-by-step guide, here's some of the things that are very important for you to know before opening your business in the UAE. The first one is that there is recurring annual costs for maintaining a business in the UAE or in Dubai. This means that it's not only the cost of creating the company and incorporating it, but you're gonna have to pay most likely between 60 to 80% of your incorporation cost to maintain the company open in the coming years.
Another thing that's super important to know is the fact that in Dubai you will find a million agents who support you with opening a business in Dubai. Now the thing is, the majority of them will just give you a flat price. They will say it costs you $15,000, and then you won't even know which free zone you're being incorporated in. You don't even know about the recurring costs, and you're just paying them, and then they're taking care of everything on your behalf. The problem is that normally costs about $7,000 to $8,000 to $9,000. They keep the rest of the money as a fee, which they don't even disclose, and you are left with a free zone that maybe doesn't even fit your needs, but they already have partnerships, and so they push you in that direction. If you work with us, this will not be the case.
This is one of the reasons why we started helping people open businesses in the UAE, because we realized there is a lack of transparency in the market. So what we do is we take a flat fee that we disclosed up front, and we help you find the best free zone for your business to make sure that the regulations, the laws, the recurring costs, they all fit with what you're looking for your business. So it's a much better model because you're gonna be stuck with this free zone probably for a few years.
So yeah, if you need help, reach out to us via matuto.com. We'll leave the link in the description and we'll get in touch.
And now let's get started with the step-by-step guide to opening your business. The first thing is of course going to be finding the best free zone for you.
But what is even a free zone? Well, it's a designated economical and physical area under which you can operate your business. Dubai has many free zones. In fact, the UAE has over 40 different free zones. And for example, DIFC, which is a financial center, will be perfect for financial corporations or companies that have a financial element to it.
There's also places like Dubai Science Park, perfect for science companies, or Internet City, which are perfect for internet companies. You get the gist.
So it's important for you to understand what type of free zone better fits your criteria.
Each free zone also has different costs, different responsibilities that come with incorporating in that free zone. So it's very important that you understand the ins and outs of each free zone before making a decision.
The second step is to choose a license or a set of licenses. These are essentially tied to the activities that you'll be performing as a business.
If you're opening a hair salon, you will need a completely different business to if you're doing online consultancy, for example. So you're gonna have to determine what are those business licenses that you need to perform the activities that your business is going to be selling. And you also need to understand the responsibilities, because some of the licenses are regulated and therefore might need to go under a few other steps to get approved.
When you work with us, we will help you not only to find the best free zone for you, but also make sure to choose the right license for your business.
Step number 3 of the process is going to be to submit your application, and that's going to be with your identity, contact details, business license requests, and also the names of your company. At this stage, you're most likely gonna have to pay the biggest part of the incorporation costs, so you do need to make sure that you have the money ready.
Once that's all approved, you will receive your business license and your incorporation documents. And once you have that, you can then apply for a personal sponsorship agreement or an establishment card. And this is the document that essentially allows you to sponsor your own visa. From that point, you can submit all of the documentation required for you to essentially sponsor yourself and move to Dubai.
You will receive an e-visa, or essentially an entry permit, that gives you the access to enter the country of the UAE as a preliminary resident. Once you are in the UAE, you're gonna have to take a number of steps in order to complete your visa, but you cannot leave the country until that's completed. Otherwise, you will lose your existing visa process and you'll have to start all over again.
But that doesn't take too long, so don't worry, because within maybe 2 weeks, you will be able to have your Emirates ID. And there's a number of steps that you need to take to get your Emirates ID, like make a payment, like going to a medical facility and doing some tests, and also submitting your biometrics if it's your first time moving to the UAE. But that's a whole different topic, and we're able to help you with that if you need. So just reach out to us if that's the case.
We also have more information about all of this available on matuto.com, which you can create an account for free and read up on what is the process to get your visa.
And that's it. That's pretty much the process of opening a business in Dubai. Now, there are always so many questions that people have. And so what we'll do is go through some of them, and maybe you have some of them. So this will be a helpful little section of the video.
Can you open a business and not live in the UAE?
The answer is yes. Technically, you can just open the business. You don't have to live here. The little challenge that you will have is to open a business bank account. It is a completely different process that you have to take. But yes, for legal purposes and for fiscal reasons, you can open your business in the UAE and not live here.
It is important to note that you might still be liable for tax in other countries depending on your specific situation, and it's important to consult with a tax advisor if that's your case.
Another question we get often is, can I sponsor family under my business's visas?
Technically, yes. There's 2 different ways that you can do that. The first way is hiring a family member via your visa. If you are thinking of providing them a salary and hiring them through your company, you can totally do that. Alternatively, you can also sponsor family members via your own personal visa. It doesn't necessarily have to be linked to your business at all, and there is a process for sponsoring your spouse, your mother, your child, etc. Question number 3, what is the cheapest way to incorporate my business in the UAE?
If we're being honest, the cheapest way is to choose a free zone that's outside of Dubai, probably in Ras Al Khaimah, in Sharjah, and so on. That will be your cheapest option. However, if you need to make changes in the future, you will have to go to the Emirates and make those changes. So I always take these low prices with a grain of salt, and I prefer to recommend a free zone that's probably in Dubai or Abu Dhabi.
It completely depends on essentially what is your plans for living in the UAE or visiting the UAE, what is your business going to be like, and if you don't mind traveling there or you are planning on spending time in those Emirates, that might be a good option for you.
And another thing you might want to be aware of is that maybe you don't really need a business, maybe you just need a license to operate your own little freelance gig, and there is a freelance visa as opposed to opening a whole business operation. If you are confused or you're not quite sure if you need a freelance visa or you need to open a business, reach out to us via matuto.com, because we also have a partnership with the biggest provider of freelance visas in the UAE.
If you are concerned about the cost and it's just you moving into the UAE, and let's say, for example, you are providing your clients with freelance contracts, freelance services, you might be able to just get a freelance visa, which is a simpler process and slightly cheaper. So reach out to us and we'll be happy to help you figure out what is the best option for you.
But this is going to be everything for today's video. I mean, there's so much information that we can share with you, but I feel like we've given you enough. And if you have any questions, drop a comment below or reach out to us via matuto.com. We have a lot of incredible resources on the site and we're more than happy to help you.
We're also gonna have lots of upcoming content about moving to Dubai, so make sure to click the subscribe button to stick around and see those as well. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess we'll see you in our next video.
Did we kill it or what?